Hello, my name is Sydney, and today I am here to talk about the pressing issue that is the increasing mental health illness crisis. I'm here to show that there is a real need for more mental health intervention for young adults. Many people do not realize how big of a crisis this is, but suicide is the third leading cause of death amongst U.S. youth, taking lives of approximately 4,600 adolescents every year, according to the CDC, who was cited in an article I read by Codish. You can see this trend on the slide 1 of the PowerPoint and see the increase of suicides in all age groups. Mental illnesses run rampant, and there's an increasingly large population that struggle with these negative emotions, and sadly, there's not enough resources to aid in decreasing mental illnesses. According to Pulsifer, higher rates of diagnosis of anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder following psychological evaluation suggest that children in the community may have undiagnosed mental health conditions that are not being adequately detected in traditional primary care and school settings. After dealing with many mental illnesses firsthand through myself, friends, and family, alongside my research, I've begun to grasp how big of an issue the lack of access to mental care is. To portray the scale of this issue, we will examine a variety of sources discussing where the major pain points are for mental illnesses and how to correct and prevent those. People feel uncomfortable at the idea of mental illnesses and like to sweep them under the rug, but how is anything supposed to get better if it isn't talked about? The issue is that mental illnesses are becoming more and more common, but treatment is not. Especially in recent times due to the social isolation aspect of COVID-19, there has been an increase in mental illnesses. According to an article by Hamza, students without pre-existing mental health concerns were more likely to show declining mental health, which coincided with increased social isolation among these students. This means as social gatherings are decreasing, this is leading to a generation that is being heavily affected by this isolation and gets no remediation, since schools are either being canceled or breaks are being extended. And they have nowhere to go except for stay home. While it is important that we do decrease the spread, it's taking a large toll on many people's mental health. To remedy these issues, we have to use preventative measures and provide treatment for those with existing illnesses. Using preventative measures, we would be able to prevent and decrease the number of cases every year. One reason that mental illnesses run rampant is because many people choose not to seek attention due to the stigmas surrounding mental illness. In an article published by Gee, they discussed the stigmas around mental health and what this can lead to. Many negative attitudes can lead to the afflicted not receiving treatment. In their article, their direct quote is, "Attitudinal barriers, such as perceptions of public stigma about mental health service use, have been associated with both self-stigma and decreased willingness to seek mental health services." Alongside with preventing illnesses, we must provide assistance to those with pre-existing conditions. If you direct your attention to the slide, it is evident that many people are not receiving treatment due to many reasons, such as accessibility and cost. In Canada, you can see how over the past 20 years, Canada has been witness to a number of positive psychological-led initiatives aimed at enhancing access for RN Canadians. This can be grouped into two main categories, namely recruiting and retaining psychologists in the RN communities, and developing and implementing technologically supported psychology service offered at a distance, which is also known as telepsychology, which is an article written by Dyke. This means that the solution would also work in times such as from the pandemic and out of it because people can receive treatment without actually leaving their home. This provides a safety factor in terms of COVID-19 and in terms of avoiding the stigma of leaving home and receiving professional help, which we have seen is a major pain point from the argument above. Not only this, but according to Hamza, colleges and universities will not only need to continue to support students with pre-existing mental health needs, but also prioritize early intervention and prevention programming to mitigate the impacts of COVID-19 on students with increasing psychological distress, potentially stemming from the increasing social isolation in response to the pandemic, also stated above. We have discussed mental health and mental illnesses and how we can help to alleviate pain points for many people struggling with these illnesses. Since the beginning of the year, I have personally struggled with my mental health a lot since I am unable to leave my room and get direct pushes from my peers or my teachers. I often just sit in my room very upset and I have no motivation to do anything. And because of this, I feel like it is personally very important that we are reaching out to our community and we are spreading the word, and so we can get we can help others understand why more access to services is needed, so it can help alleviate pain points for people all over colleges, high schools, and above. Thank you so much.